Folks, the Browns preseason mercifully over. The regular season starts a week from today. You won't believe my Browns prediction. The Rizzo Show starts now.
DraftKings presents The Rizzo Show. Play weekly fantasy football for free and win huge cash prizes. Get to DraftKings.com now. Here's your host, Tony Rizzo.
That's right. Welcome to The Rizzo Show, presented by DraftKings. We are so excited to be teamed up with them. We are also very happy to welcome Gillingham Ford, who has partnered up with The Rizzo Show. Now all we need, some Browns wins. Joining me is my ESPN 850 teammate, Aaron Goldhammer. And Aaron, I don't know about you, but I couldn't wait for this meaningless preseason to be done, partner.
Tone, I'm so glad that the regular season is finally here. You know, I'm so sick of watching fourth string right tackles, and now we're finally in a place where we get to the games that matter, and we'll see what the 2015 Browns really have.
And Aaron, I want to get to the three hot topics going into the season. First one, obviously, we're in Cleveland, and that means quarterback.
Hell yeah.
Right? Quarterback, folks. I don't know about you, but I got to tell you, I think Josh McCown's going to play well this year. I do. Aaron, are you down on Josh McCown?
I'm not. You know, he played well in the third preseason game, which I thought was a really good sign. And here's the key with him. No mistakes, no turnovers. If he's able to manage the game and keep moving the chains, I think he could have an okay season. But Riz, he's a veteran. 15 games under 500 for his career.
I understand.
Anybody who's expecting Josh McCown to come out and be Aaron Rodgers, you are going to be disappointed.
Maybe not Aaron Rodgers, but I think the key to Josh McCown is the offensive line. I think the Browns have the best offensive line going. Folks, Johnny Manziel, we don't even know if he can throw coming up later this week. They say he can. We'll have to wait and see. You got Thaddeus Lewis. You could pick somebody up off the waiver wire, but believe me, the Browns' fortunes this year, they will go as far as Josh McCown takes them. If McCown is out with an injury, that's been his history, we are in big trouble.
Well, that comes down to the backup quarterback, and maybe the most fascinating issue, Riz, of the week is who is going to be the backup going into the Jets game. And I agree that it is going to be Johnny. And to me, you can talk about Josh McCown, Riz, all you want. To me, the season really is about Johnny Manziel and whether or not he's ever going to get on the field, and when he does, exactly what he does, because the Browns have to determine who their quarterback of the future is. Even you, the king of the Josh McCown fan club.
I agree with all that.
As depressing as that is.
But I think Josh McCown, if he stays healthy, the Browns could, well, I'll get to that prediction in a minute. Next up, what is the strength of your Cleveland Browns? It's the defense. Aaron, look at it, the secondary. They've got great corners, great safeties. They added to the defensive line. They actually had to cut some people that were going to make other ball clubs. The Browns' defense can be really good. And, folks, don't forget what happened last year. I thought the defense was good last year, but they got worn out during games because the offense couldn't come through.
Yeah, I totally agree. And the defense has to be able to stay off the field. You know, some of those 9-minute drives like they had in the third preseason game, you know, could end up being big. You know, I think the Browns have a solid defense, but one of my concerns on it is, I'm not sure they've got any, like, superstars there. Usually the defense... Joe
Hayden is an all-pro. Dante Whitner is an all-pro.
They don't have J.J. Watt. I know only one team does. But in order to really have a great defense, and they need, in order to win 10 games, Riz, 85 Bears quality defense. I don't think it's that good.
Okay, I agree with that, but I think it's good enough to win maybe 8 to 10 games. Time now for our predictions. Folks, are you all sitting down? Are you ready? I'm going out on a limb.
Tony, don't do it.
If Josh McCown stays healthy, mark my words, if Josh McCown stay healthy, the Browns can win 8 to 10 games this year. That's right, I said it, 8 to 10. They won 7 last year. I think they're a better football team this year than they were last year. I know the schedule gets brutal, but if they get out to the hot start and McCown plays the way I think he can, I see the Browns winning 8 to 10 games this season. Partner, what about you?
I hate to burst your bubble, bro.
But you're going to do it.
It's a quarterback league. Who is your quarterback and who are your playmakers? I think the Browns are going to go 6-10 this year. More difficult schedule. I hate to disappoint, but I think they win maybe 6 games at best.
Boo!
Buckle up, Tony. It might be a long ride.
Speaking of quarterbacks, look, Josh McCown, when provided with a good offensive line, can produce. Did you forget what he did with the Bears for the 5 weeks that he filled in for Jay Cutler a couple of years back? Don't look at last season with Tampa Bay. Okay, Aaron, that was a nightmare. They didn't even have an offensive coordinator. Okay, this is the guy who I'm expecting a lot from this year. I know the veteran players love him. Joe Thomas and Alex Mack and those guys, they love Josh McCown. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to operate this offense. He's got to stay healthy. Please don't take the hits that you took in the third game, Josh. But believe me, if McCown plays well, the Browns are going to be better than everybody thinks.
Yeah, folks, that was a long explanation for Riz trying to sell you on why Josh McCown.
Who are you expecting to be? Who's coming up big?
Please, my guy coming up big is Brian Hartline, who impressed me in the preseason.
Who's throwing to him?
Well,
my guy.
Okay. I think he could be a solid possession receiver this year, which is exactly what the Browns need. I was impressed with him in camp. I think he's got sure hands. Do you remember in 07 when Joe Juravicius came in with a big body and made some big catches on third down and helped the Browns to what we dubbed the season of dreams?
You're telling me a possession receiver?
Yeah, I think, Riz, I think he's your best playmaker.
Why didn't you just go guard?
Who are you going with?
Why didn't you just go guard?
Who are you going with?
Dwayne
Bowe? You think Dwayne Bowe?
I went with the
Duke
quarterback.
Johnson and his concussion is going to be your playmaker? Hartline's the best you got.
Believe it or not, Aaron, tonight is the last night Ray Farmer is working for the Browns for a month. Can you believe? Aaron, can I ask you a question? What is Ray Farmer going to do for 4 weeks? The Browns GM, folks, is suspended. He's not allowed to go to the building tomorrow. Been suspended for 4 weeks. I think we run a contest. Where is Ray? What is Ray doing? Is he going to go on vacation?
Tony, I've got big news. Ray is confirmed to go to Mexico with New Day Cleveland here at Fox 8. He will be on the cruise, ladies and gentlemen. We will see you there.
Look, I'm not making fun of Ray Farmer, but I can't remember the last time a GM has been suspended. He can't have any contact with the club.
Can he watch the games? Or is the NFL blocking out the games at his house?
I believe the only thing he can do is watch the games, but he can't go to the facility. He can't call anybody. For goodness sakes, Ray, don't get in more trouble.
He's going to get a burner phone like the guys in The Wire and start texting the sideline again.
The FBI will be on that, let me tell you. All right, resident comedian and internet sensation Mike Polk Jr. isn't here tonight, but Aaron, he noticed something about Browns fans while attending the first 2 preseason games, and he made this song. Check it out.
Well, jerseys are expensive, and money doesn't grow on trees. You can't buy one every year, especially with teams like these. But if you plan on going to the game, we all know who you're rooting for. But this guy doesn't play here anymore. This guy doesn't play here. This guy doesn't play here. This guy doesn't play here anymore. Y'all want to support our team. It's terrible, but we adore. But it's not easy when your roster's a revolving door. But show a little pride, my friends. That's all we're really asking for. 'Cause this guy doesn't play here anymore. This guy doesn't play here. 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 This guy doesn't play here anymore. This guy doesn't play here. 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 This guy doesn't play here anymore.
Did you just ask me who would wear a Phil Dawson jersey? I would. I loved Phil.
Did you see the Muhammad
That's
Massaquoi jersey?
right. The guy that had the Quincy Morgan jersey, Quincy gave him one of his jerseys. That's exactly
starving
what that was.
kids in third world countries
need
wouldn't
those
wear
jerseys.
a Muhammad Massaquoi
Mike actually
jersey.
did that once. All right. Very catchy tune, Michael. We'll actually play that on ESPN Cleveland later this week. Coming up, DraftKings, baby. I'm going to give you some hot picks that could make you cash this weekend. Stay with us. Welcome back, folks. We're so happy to have DraftKings as our title sponsor. Many of you know about DraftKings already, but if you don't, let me give you some quick information. First up, DraftKings is the best place to play daily fantasy sports for cash. There are contests for all 5 major sports plus college football and basketball. There are no season-long commitments. You have a fixed budget of $50,000. You stay under the budget, pick your players, and you can win. So if you go to DraftKings.com, that's DraftKings.com, this is what you'll see. Don't be overwhelmed. It's very easy to navigate. Once you get the hang of it, you're going to love it. You start a different team every week. So those lame people that you drafted at your regular draft that are now injured, throw them out. You don't have to worry about them. All right. What you need, though, Aaron, value picks.
Yes.
Okay, so here are my top 3 DraftKings picks coming up for this season. Now remember, everybody's going to take all the big-time players that'll cost you a ton of bucks, but here's some real value. I know you like them too, Aaron. Devontae Adams, wide receiver, Green Bay. They're playing at Chicago. He's only $4,400. That's a bargain. Remember, Jordy Nelson, gone. Cobb, injured. Aaron Rodgers is going to light it up with this kid, isn't he?
I think so. He's also played well throughout the years when he has had opportunities.
Now, this is a sore subject for you and I right here.
We loved this kid, Jordan Matthews, at the Combine a few years ago.
We went to Indianapolis 2 years ago, met this kid, loved him, thought the Browns should take him. Certainly, though, he's turned into a player with Philadelphia. He's a little more expensive, but that offense is going to light it up. Folks, you want offenses that are going to score a lot of points. But look at this. My third pick, the Crow. It was simple. Hey, Terrence West played last Thursday, okay? And there's a reason for that. Isaiah Crowell's the Browns starting running back. They're going to run the ball a lot, especially at the Jets. The Crow at $4,600 is a bargain. You work those 3 players into your DraftKings lineup, and I'm telling you, you're going to like it come this weekend.
You are such a Browns homer. You just had to
pick a Brown. Go, Crow. Run, baby.
Come on.
Go.
My picks for this week, I've got some good ones here. Let's start with Sam Bradford.
What? He's going to get hurt, Aaron.
No, Tone. The Eagle offense in week 1 on turf in Atlanta, I think they're going to put up big numbers. The Falcon defense stinks, and I think they're going to score like 40 points in that game. So I think Sam Bradford for $6,900 is a bargain. Yeah, is a really good option. Also, I know he's expensive, but Eddie Lacy this week is worth it. If you're going to spend big money on someone, this is the guy to go with. He's got the Bears this week. Their defense, their run defense is terrible. And then we mentioned the Packer passing game down a little bit without Jordy Nelson. They're going to run the football with Eddie Lacy. And then I also like Devontae Adams for this week, Tone. I think that's a really good pick. $4,400, inexpensive, against a bad defense. I think the Packers will put up some points on the road in week 1 at Soldier Field.
And I want everyone to know, too, you don't have to play for $1 million every week. You could play, they have games for $2 on DraftKings. You can put $20 in your account, use the promo code ESPN Cleveland, whatever you want, because they'll match it for you. Then you go ahead and play every week. You can play with your friends, too. You could start a little 25-team or 50-team league and challenge your buddies, and each and every week, the winner's going to win real money. We've both won money on DraftKings. Yep. We've been doing it for months.
Well, I love playing the golf. It's such a great time. And also tell everybody, they have a great app. If you have a smartphone, download the app, and you can actually play on the go. That's actually how I set my lineups when you play at DraftKings.com. It's so much fun. Get on board for week 1 of the NFL season.
That's right. Good luck, by the way, with all your DraftKings draft picks. Check it out again. You go online to DraftKings.com. That's DraftKings.com and make your picks. I'm telling you, you're going to like it.
Play weekly fantasy football for free and win huge cash prizes. Get to DraftKings.com now.
Welcome back to the Rizzo Show. Boy, we are very excited to have Gillingham Ford on board with us this year. You never know who will pick up or where we'll go in our Gillingham Fords each and every week. Tonight, we start with the proprietor in Parma. Folks, we are here at Gillingham Ford, Brook Park Road in beautiful Parma, Ohio. The Gillingham family and I have done business for years, and we're so excited to have them as a part of the Rizzo Show. I've got Robbie Gillingham here. Rob, thank you guys so much for being a part of our little show.
Oh, thanks, Tone. We're so excited to be here.
I'll bet you are. I know I've been driving Gillingham Fords for years. Just please explain to everybody, you guys are a family. This is your only dealership and your 3rd generation.
We've been here since '57. Dad took over from Grandpa, and I am in the process of taking over from Dad. My brother and I met, and family is what it's all about, and that's why we're here.
That's right. You'll get a different feel when you come to Gillingham Ford. I always say the beauty of this is they treat you like, you know, when you go to buy a car, how you're the belle of the ball at the dealership, they treat you like that when you come back for your oil change here at Gillingham. Now, I know you've got a bunch of new, beautiful Fords ready to go here. You've also got pre-owned Fords. But, Robbie, you are a Clevelander. You guys grew up here in Cleveland, and you are a huge sports fan. Occasionally, I will get a text on my phone from this guy during a Browns game every now and then. Got to talk a little sports with you. What do you think the Browns are going to do this year, partner?
Oh, the Browns got a lot of work to do, but they got a good defense. And I think they're going to have to get the defense off the field, keep them fresh. And if our offense can maintain the ball a little bit, I think we got a possibility to do some good things.
Yeah, and I think, you know, people always ask me everywhere we go to, what do you think this year was? I say the same thing almost every year. The Browns have to stay healthy. That's the main thing with the Cleveland Browns. If they stay healthy, Josh McCown could play 16 games. He's never done it in his career. If he could do that this year, I think we have a chance at the playoffs. I'm serious. The playoffs. I agree with you. I think the defense is that good. How about the late run the Indians are making right now?
How exciting is this?
Yeah.
We're down to 3 teams we got to pass. 4 games out, sitting right now.
I wrote them off, Robbie. I wrote them off at least 5 times, but you know how we are in Cleveland. You guys are going to the playoffs. We're all in, baby.
We are. We got to jump on.
And then last but not least, your Cavaliers. Is it championship or bust this year?
Cavaliers got to be. It's got to be. They have too good of a team not to take advantage of these opportunities. They got to capitalize.
Got to capitalize. I know LeBron is going to be hell-bent for it. It should be a lot of fun. Robbie, please tell everyone, if you're coming here to 8383 Brook Park Road in Parma, it's a little different feel. Your dealership, how you run it.
Okay, we are family first. When you walk into the dealership, there's a Gillingham here to talk to you. That's what sets us apart. We are a single-point dealership. We concentrate on this place. This is our heart and soul. This is our blood. This is what we work for. And what our goal is to keep our customers over and over and over. Like Tony said, when you come in for service, 6 months later after you buy the car, we're going to be just as paying attention to you as we were when you bought the car.
Correct. So get on down here, 8383 Brook Park Road in Parma. They're online, BobGillinghamFord.com. But again, Rob, cannot thank you enough. Oh, we are going to have so much fun with Gillingham Ford. We're going to be driving our Gillingham Fords to our Rizzes on the road. You never know where we'll go or who we will pick up. All right, Aaron, real quickly here at the end of this segment, I wanted to talk to Deflategate. An arbitrator overturned Roger Goodell's Ford. Tom Brady, here's the good news. Tom Brady will play against the Steelers, right?
Yes.
But do you feel like, you know, the commissioner has lost control with the league?
Tone, Ray Rice, Bountygate, the Adrian Peterson situation, now this. You know, in Cleveland, we know when you lose over and over and over again, and that's what's happened to Roger Goodell, you get fired. It's happened to coaches and general managers in this town for years.
You think he's going to get fired?
Tony, I think he's on the verge of it. I think there were some comments made over the course of the week by the owners, and I think in a year we're going to have a new commissioner.
Couple of things. Roger Goodell makes $40 million a year, folks. How about this? If he's fired, there's a $150 million buyout.
Oh, they'll pay him.
That is a golden parachute that not even Dick Goddard could have right here. That's right. Folks, I'm not as down on the commissioner as everybody. I'm a little happy that it was overturned because I want the Patriots to beat the Squealers in week number 1. Yeah. All right, coming up, upon further review, I will give you my final take on the upcoming Brown season. Stay with us. Time now for our final segment. We call this Upon Further Review. Folks, look, I know. I've read some of the national publications, and I've talked to a lot of the national prognosticators who think the Browns are going to win between, 3 and 6 games this year. I don't think they're seeing the whole picture. My point on this is, if the Browns stink, we'll be the first people to tell you. Believe me, you know how that works here on the Rizzo Show. But I don't want people burying the Browns before the season starts. It's a bad look. All right, we start at the Jets. They stink. We come home, we play the Titans. They stink. Then the Raiders. They stink. As long as we don't stink as bad as they do, the Browns could start this season 3-0, 3-1, 4-0. If they do that and get on a roll, there's no telling how many games they can win. I think they're going to win 8 to 10 games if Josh McCown stays healthy. But my point is, please don't bury the Browns before the season starts. And don't you touch that dial, because look what's next, baby. Big Chuck and Little John right here. Stay tuned right after the Rizzo Show for another edition of Big Chuck and Little John. Aaron, you got 10 seconds. Say anything you want to our audience tonight.
I'd like to say hi to my wife, Allie, and her grandparents, Dan and Carol. Hi, guys. I'm on TV, Tone.
Listen, I thought you were
on the tube.
I'll give you credit because I thought you were going to say hi to Johnny Manziel. He watches this show.
Johnny!
Thanks for joining us, DraftKings Gillingham. We love you. We're back again next year. Good to be alive. Good night, everybody.
Good night.